Are you tired of shooting those YouTube videos and they are falling into the abyss of YouTube to never be found by any buyers or sellers? This leaves you completely frustrated and you're wondering why you did the exact same video title as that person. You got 3 views, they got 30,000 views, and then you suck and then you put money behind it and then you advertise it and then you do YouTube shorts. Okay. Maybe you don't go that far and maybe you haven't even shot a video yet, but if you want to learn the YouTube SEO hack of all hacks and how to rank #1 in YouTube, you're gonna learn in this video. And today we're gonna be covering 4 things with a 5th case study that's gonna show you exactly what to do. So #1, we have to debunk the myth of keywords. #2, we're gonna be talking about that king of YouTube SEO, and that is watch time. #3 on the list, we got the secret weapon, homies. We talking about audience retention, keeping the people on the video. You ever wonder why you shot a video on any social media platform and maybe you got a few views right away or a couple views or maybe 100 views and then it completely died? Probably that. #4 on the list, we're gonna be talking about engagement. And I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the community builder, homies, how you can actually build your own community and get the maximum amount of leads. I know we're trying to rank #1 in YouTube, but don't you actually wanna produce some leads with this? I do. And #5 on the list, we're actually gonna be doing a case study. I'm gonna just bring up some real live data information and you're gonna learn exactly what to do and most importantly, what not to do. And with that, I'm Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies. Over the past 6+ years, I have traveled the country from coast to coast creating 13+ YouTube channels. More importantly, I've closed over 700 homes from those and taught thousands of realtors across the country how to do the same. If you've seen a living in YouTube channel across the country, I created it, and that is why I created the book, The $1 Billion Channel Method, because those teachings have created billions in real estate sales, all for free with long form organic YouTube videos. And it just so happens my wiener dog Odie just came up to my lap, so he's gonna hang out with us today because he likes SEO hacks. And lastly, homie, if you want to grow a successful real estate YouTube channel that generates leads, then you're probably gonna wanna hit that like button and subscribe because I'm gonna do weekly videos teaching you exactly how to do that. So #1, we gotta debunk the myth of keywords. And right out of the gate, this is something that you may have heard, may have done. I know I did it multiple years ago and it kind of worked back then, but today it's a huge killer of a YouTube channel, and that is keyword stuffing. So if you're just gonna take a bunch of keywords and you're gonna place them in your actual YouTube title, or you're gonna place them in your description to try and rank for like 70 different things, YouTube and Google, they have actually created protocols and they have created all sorts of algorithms to fight against that. Early on, YouTube used to allow you to put multiple tags, multiple keywords, and it would actually rank your video out there. But let's just say you put real estate marketing as a keyword. You put Houston, Texas as a keyword. You put Phoenix, Arizona because, I don't know, why not? I'll attract some people there. You put the tag real estate agent in there. If you're getting my point, you have 4 completely separate things. And if you take that video that is beautifully made to help attract people move to Houston, Texas, and it's going out there to an audience that's thinking about moving to Phoenix, Arizona, they're gonna be like, I don't care about that. So they may even click on that video and they'll click off. Now, at the end of the day, we were talking about keyword stuffing. You want to make sure that not only your video title, but the description tags supports the video title. And most importantly, that video title, I have seen it so many times where they will put living in Houston, Texas, moving to Houston, Texas, what it's like moving to Houston, pros and cons of Houston, all with different bricks. That is not going to work either, because the other thing, the biggest myth that I'm going to debunk about having all those keywords is that YouTube came out and said, write for humans, not for robots. Again, these are all old teachings, and you might go to some marketing event or listen to some guru and they're gonna tell you about all these keywords, and it's going to crush your YouTube channel. Now, I've even seen agents as much as just 6 months to a year ago who came through my freaking training, and they tell you, I guarantee with my SEO, you're gonna rank #1. And I'm like, first of all, you can't guarantee shit in this world. Second of all, in fact, let me just give you an example. You tell me what you think is gonna work better. You shoot a video that's 10 minutes long. I shoot a video that's 10 minutes long. Me and you, we do the exact same video title. We have the exact same description. We have the exact same tags. There's nothing different. It's just you versus me, same-o, same-o. Now, when it comes to actually ranking for YouTube videos, which what did I say was the king of SEO? Watch time, average view duration. That's what's going to actually rank your video. Now, yes, you got to have some keywords in the title to show up, but it's not about the SEO. And if you ever get guaranteed anything, trust me, run as far away from that person as you can. It does take some work. Now, if you shoot the same video as me and your average view duration is 4 minutes and 30 seconds and mine is 1 minute and 30 seconds, you just tell me what video do you think is going to perform better. Now, before you even get to that, how do you even compete with a realtor on YouTube if you're doing YouTube shorts and a bunch of 1 minute videos? You can't even get an average view duration of 4.5 minutes. So you're never gonna rank. I think by now you know the answer. You're gonna win, you're gonna outrank me. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day if we have the same title, description, if I keyword stuff, if I put all these different keywords. If your video outperforms me and we're going after the same keywords, you're gonna win. And number 2 on the list, that's why we gotta get to the king of YouTube SEO, which is watch time. And if you're like, well, this is probably all I need to learn, the rest of it's garbage, trust me, homies, you're not gonna get that watch time if you can't figure out how to retain your audience and get that engagement up so that you can build your community. That's where the power of lead generation comes in, but more on that here coming up in the video. I'm gonna say this, and I'm hoping that my editor just blasts it on the screen. Watch time is everything. Did you do that, editor? I really hope so. If not, it's just my hands kind of flying in your face. Watch time is king. Let me show you something that, oh my gosh, my calculator behind me. This might prove my point and it might not. Now, I teach in our YouTube Elite coaching program, everything that we do is based on data analytics. That is it. We do not make anything up at all. That is why these agents are having rapid growth. So if I can look at your analytics, I can tell you exactly what you're doing right, which is usually not much, and what you're doing wrong, we correct it, and you're gonna have explosive growth. So in this channel, on the lifetime, we have 7.8 million views. We have over 100 million impressions. So that is an unbelievable amount of people. 100 million people have had my YouTube videos placed in front of them, and I do 0 short form content. Watch time is the king of YouTube. I have 1,095,900. Let's just call it 1.1 million, we'll round up. So if we type that out, which may take me a little while, we are at 1.1, that is not it. 1.1 million. So we're going to take that 1.1 million. We are going to divide that by 24 hours because that's how many hours are in a day, right? We have 45,833. We're going to divide that by 365 because, oh, I did 4. Come on, 365. That equals 125.6 years of watch time that this channel has had. So by doing long form organic videos and having that watch time up, I've garnered almost 126 years of watch time on this YouTube channel. And I already know what you're saying. Oh yeah, but you probably got thousands of videos. You've been doing it for years. Nah, homie, I only got 108 videos on here. And if you think about that, that's over 4 years this channel's been going, so it's really not even 1 video a week. And it sure as hell ain't like short form content where I gotta go like 2 or 3 videos a day. So I've actually had a lot of students or agents in my coaching program. They come in and they'll have hundreds, if not thousands of videos on their YouTube channel, right? Have you ever heard the phrase, hey, just put something up or just shoot something, it's better than nothing? That's absolutely wrong. In fact, that is one of the biggest killers to YouTube. Long form organic, watch time, that is where it's at. And if you want to rank in YouTube, then you've got to learn how to get that watch time up. Which leads me right into audience retention. This is probably the hardest thing that I have to coach agents on. And when we break down their channels, we don't just sit there around the campfire and tell stories. No, I actually look at each individual video and I'm going to track the ups, the downs, the sideways, everything. And we're going to learn what their audience likes and what they don't like. We're going to add more of what they like. We're going to take away more of what they don't like. We have to learn how to hook the audience and then rehook the audience and rehook the audience. That's why we call audience retention the secret weapon. It's number 3 if you didn't get that. Now again, I'm all data analytics. That's how I prove everything. That's why you know I'm speaking the truth. If we go to the analytics here and we just go to the content tab, that's going to bring up our best video keeping retention. right here. It gives you everything. So this is why when I coach agents, and actually I'm going to show you that graph and what you can do today. But if you're interested about this elite YouTube coaching, you can just email me info@jacksonwilkie.com. And actually what we do is we run you through a pretty strict interview process. We don't want people who are just kind of dipping their toes in the water. We want agents who are actually going to do the work and put in the time and effort to, one, get better, but two, allow a little bit of criticism, constructive, to get your channel better. So if you think you're a fit, shoot me an email. We are broker agnostic. I don't care what brokerage you're at. You can hit me up at any time and we will see if we're a fit for you and if you're a fit for us. Because we like to keep that coaching group real tight and good with good agents. So you're gonna not only learn from me, but a lot of the agents that are in that program that have started where you're at and going up. But more on that. Obviously, this is going to tell you what the best performing video is, and you got to have the retention. So these are retention graphs. This is basically how I created the entire Living In method over a 6-year period that thousands and thousands of realtors are now doing. Is I've figured out what the perfect video is, how to rank on YouTube, how to actually keep people on the platform for as long as humanly possible. Remember, what was that, 126 years? Yes, it's by studying thousands and thousands of these graphs. The important factor that you need to know, well, there's two of them. One, and I'll get to the more important one here in a second, do you notice that this is an hour-long video and I still have the majority of the audience all the way until 57 minutes, right? It's a 58-minute video and I'm able to keep a massive amount of my audience to the end. And this also leads into having an end card in my video where they click on that and go watch another video. That is what multiplies your watch time, and that is how you start getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of impressions and views. I've got over 100 million impressions on this channel, and it's from secrets like that. But the other thing is, they're really gonna gauge you, and that's why they have, still watching at the 30-second mark, and they're gonna put your top 5 videos. They basically want you to re-watch these videos and see, how did you keep 70+% of your audience on for the first 30 seconds? And that is where your normal chart graph goes down here, and you've got to be able to stop them, right? This inevitable fall right here is that. It's inevitable. But stopping them as quick as you can to flatline this is very important. And here's what this video does. We're gonna show inside this house. There's actually 3 sliders in this house alone, completely custom. I mean, look at the walls even. We got the double doors here, but there's one thing I want to show you real quick. In fact, while I'm heading out to show you, there's actually 2 houses that we're going to show right before this one because we have never showed that builder before. You guys have never seen it on. So this is probably a strategy that I need to do more. I do more. And actually there's a lot of agents who follow this strategy. I created a lot of this style of content after struggling for a lot of time to try and get more and more watch time. So what you'll notice right in the first 30 seconds is that I am hooking you with the first 3 to 5 words of looking around and saying things. Then I'm gonna throw in some surprises, but at the end of the day, people are actually visually seeing things that they want to see later in that video. Then I don't even show where I was just at until the end of the video. So they have to stay tuned for that. But you might be like, well, they just skipped to the end. Yes, this hump here proves that that is true. But at the same time, I still have a huge chunk of my audience watching the beginning of it, which is very, very crucial to the success. You're not going to get all of them because if we look at the actual analytics of this video in 168 days, it alone has 370,000 impressions. So there's no way that you're gonna get 370,000 people to watch the entire video. But again, by having that really strong hook, by having visual appealing things for them to see, and all of my re-hooks throughout the video, which I teach all of my students to do, I have 8,500 hours of watch time on this one video. And I'm here to guarantee you that is probably more watch time than 99% of my competition's actual channels in totality, and why many of these realtors who are following in that footstep having the most success in their market. But number 4 on the list is the audience engagement. You got to build that community, right? And this is probably one of the hardest things that I teach. I know I keep saying that, but it kind of reminds me, oh yeah, to build a community, you kind of have to be different from people, and that is very difficult. So if you want to build community and you want to get that engagement up, then you need to do one thing and one thing only. and that is to stop watching your competitors' videos. Yes, so one of the biggest mistakes, and I get this every single time, I get thousands of emails, people beating down my door for me to coach them. I don't coach them all, but I can tell right away when they go, hey, I was just looking at my competitor. They got a bunch of videos and 1,000 subscribers. I know they close deals, but man, their videos suck. I can do way better. You ever done that? At the end of the day, they're doing it, they're closing homes. And there is a massive group of people that love that channel and love that person's personality. The reason you don't like it is because they're not like you. But yet, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take their title, you're gonna take their video, and then you're gonna go sound like them, right? This is where you're never gonna build a community. And so I have a lot of agents in individual markets, and they're all doing the exact same thing. And in fact, if you even just look at Houston, you're gonna notice there's 50 to maybe 100 YouTube channels with the same titles, the same thumbnails, they even hook it the same, they go in the same houses. But guess what? I have built a community of people that want to come watch us, because even if agents have done the video, the house, the area before me, I never, ever, 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 ever watch any of their videos, because everything that comes out of my mouth is organic to me. And so I have this built-in audience that just likes the way I sound, likes the way I look, likes the way the JoJo sounds, likes the way the JoJo looks. And guess what? There's a massive audience of people who hate the way that me and JoJo sound. I hear it all the time. Man, your videos are great, but you should probably be a little bit more professional and wear a suit. Bullshit. I wear shorts, t-shirts, LeBrons, Jordans. I have wiener dogs break into my videos. I don't care. I am who I am. And there's probably some agents out here who have ruffled their feathers because I speak the truth with data and analytics, and they just don't like the way I sound. But you might be somebody going, you know what? I like this guy. I like YouTube long form. I trust this dude, and that's what I try to do. I am different from everybody else, and that's the hardest thing to coach, as we want to look at our competitors, we want to look at other popular videos, and we want to copy it. And do you remember at the beginning of this video when I gave you two examples, you versus me? Well, the even worse thing that you can do is if you already shot that 10-minute video and I watched it and I copied it, guess what? That whole entire audience may come onto my video because they're dying for information moving to your city. But they're like, dude, that sounds exactly like the one I already watched. So that could be a massive reason why I'm only getting 1.5 minute average view duration, is because they've already heard it. The one thing that I do differently from everybody in my videos is I go out and I experience what I see. I'm not gonna just repeat content, repeat what I see on other videos. I'm gonna go out and see it with my eyes, and I'm gonna give you a true reflection of what I like, and most importantly, what I don't like about the area, about the house. And that is a way for me to always sound original and to build my community. But I'm telling you right now, if you think this stuff is gonna happen in a week or 2 weeks or a month, you are wrong. It takes time. But on average, people that have actually come through our courses and training, their first year, they close 6.83 homes from their first year of YouTube. And by the second year, they triple it with over 18 homes sold. That is following the living in method by the Channel Junkies from start to finish and not venturing off the beaten path. The other aspect of that is if your home sales are averaging around 400,000, we typically see a 50% increase. So that's going to move up to about 600,000. But it's only if you can build your own community and attract your ideal audience. Now, real quick, I did have a case study for you, so I'm just gonna show you. Engagement also comes in the form of getting comments, getting people to like your videos, getting people to forward your videos. So if I actually go to my content tab, I love doing this with data analytics, by the way, it is the best. And I filter this by the least amount of views that any of my videos have had. Do you notice something? In the comment section, I got nada. Right? So these are videos that spark no interest to people. They're probably me just reading a script or reading numbers. Those videos don't work. Let's just flip-flopper here. We go to the most viewed videos. What do you see? 400, 500, 2,400 views, 300, 100, 300, 200. So it's a direct correlation to how your video performs. So the other thing you're gonna notice is how many thousands, and yes, thousands of likes that you get. And you might be like, well, you got 166 dislikes. That's fine. At the end of the day, I don't really care. It is engagement. And the reason this video went off, well, I don't know. Maybe I need to break that down in another video. You guys comment down below if you want me to break down why I got so many dislikes and how I got 2,400 comments. Again, we are broker agnostic. If you want to learn how you can join our elite YouTube coaching program, info@jacksonwilkie.com. And if you're looking for the most in-depth video tutorials on how to grow a YouTube channel, I created basically a $300,000 course right here. So while you're waiting till my video next week, go ahead and start watching these videos from the very beginning, and you will be a YouTube pro in no time.